Okay, hello everyone, and welcome to the Taiko World Cup 2022 round of 16. Here we have the Czech Republic versus Argentina. I am Dryad X, joined by Teasel.
Hello. This is the Czech Republic versus Argentina. We have a team that, if I remember correctly, plays top 6 last year, with a team that has not been around in TWC before, really. So, fierce competition between a previously very good team and somewhat a mystery team in terms of how they can perform. I'm pretty sure the Czech Republic were actually putting out very good scores last week. So
Indeed
we'll see
were.
if they can keep that up and give Argentina a run for their money.
I mean, they are the 30th seed, while Argentina is the 19th. So, though they may have gotten 5th to 6th place last year, getting 19th seed this year might be a different strength of a team, something that perhaps the Czech Republic will be able to take down.
Perhaps. We do have a slightly different team on Argentina compared to last year, but quite a few of the players still do carry over, so well, we're just gonna have to get into it and see what happens. So the players will probably be getting into their roles and picks and bans shortly.
I do. Okay.
Oh, there we go.
You get to see the rolls live.
Oh, if I see anything less
too.
than 90, I'm gonna be very disappointed.
Alright, Argentina's rolling a 65. They did not roll a 65. They rolled a 5.
It's awful.
I got one digit right.
What are they doing?
I did not see the Czech Republic's roll, sorry, but
Did they roll?
I don't know. But apparently it was lower than 5.
That's
As the Czech Republic does appear to be banning first.
that is impressive.
They rolled a 2.
Oh my god.
So, though Argentina tried quite hard, Argentina did win the roll.
Well, clearly that means that neither of these teams have practiced their rolling at all this week.
Which
That
means it's an even match.
Yeah, all of it has gone into practice of the pool, so... I'm expecting big things.
And big things we may get are coming just off the back of a quite close match, to say the least. Had the first round of 16 tiebreaker we've ever had this weekend.
There was one last year as well.
Was there?
Yeah, it was
Alright.
Germany, Singapore.
How did that happen in round of 16?
I don't know.
We do see DT2 being the first ban from the Czech Republic.
Oh, it was a winners bracket match last year, so it's a bit more understandable.
Even so,
Looks like-
nuts to see that in round of 16.
Looks like both these teams are taking their time a lot with deciding what they're banning here, which kind of suggests they're maybe not the most prepared.
Nomad
Or
4,
they just haven't
where did
discussed
you
this.
fall? Being the ban.
Oh right, okay.
Discussing bans is always quite difficult sometimes.
True.
You know, you get some players that are really good at certain maps that they really like, but it's only one of your players, not 2. So you kind of just have to ban it. And Nomad 1, it's rainy to buy will be their first pick.
All right, going with something on the simpler side. Consistency, a bit of 1-6. Nothing too crazy.
OD 7.5 though. Can be
Yeah, I
quite
just
difficult to
noticed
maintain
that, actually.
accuracy. By the
And-
way, because we did forget to mention it, this is a losers bracket match, so whichever one of these teams loses will unfortunately be out of the tournament.
Yeah, that's right. So there's a lot at stake here. Czech Republic will definitely want to be winning to continue on through the losers bracket for their first proper GWC, and Argentina are going to want to uphold the standards that they set last year and keep on moving through the losers bracket. So it's a lot to play for here.
I'm just saying, could you imagine it being your country's first time in TWC, and you make it through past round of 16?
That'd be very good, yeah. Very impressive as well, so Czech Republic is the one to do that.
I believe.
Talking about believing, let's see how many people do actually believe in the Czech Republic. 3 votes out of 69 on the pick'ems.
I forgot to do my pick'em, so they would have had 4. Then we wouldn't have had 69 votes. So
Yeah, so
you win some, you lose some.
95.7% in favor of Argentina winning this one.
I mean, if you just take it purely based on seeds, then that would certainly make sense. 19th
Absolutely.
versus 30th.
However, the argument can be made that New Zealand, they won their match. Portugal, they took theirs to tiebreaker. Can the Czech Republic uphold this a lower seed domination that has been prevalent throughout the round of 16 so far?
Okay, and here we go into the first match. Salaman and Tora for the Czech Republic, and Doodle and Axer for Argentina. Axer being the first to drop SS. Ooh, Axer actually finding some misses on some of this 1-6.
Just off to a bit of a rough start. Just the first map nerves, they always kick in.
Yeah. It is quite early in the map, so it's not the end of the world. Once we hit 400 combo is when these misses start stacking up.
For sure. We have Salaman did drop quite a bit of accuracy earlier in the map, and is down below 99%. So it's kind of keeping the lead quite close.
Getting close to accuracy, but of course without the miss.
Everyone holding through that section, but there's only about 100 or so between the scores.
Yeah, it's getting really close. Doodle still holding quite strong though this map. 99.7 accuracy.
We have a third of the map left to go, and I believe this is the final Kiai. And it's still so incredibly close. Actually, switching over to Argentina's side.
Yeah. Salaman's accuracy drops, as well as Tora dropping almost below 99 now. Starting to really stack up against them.
Oh,
players on the top missing.
Does look like Argentina is coming out on top from that, though.
There's still a little bit left. Something could still happen, but Tora being the person to break. Salaman breaking as well.
If Argentina holds strong here, this point is theirs.
And indeed it will. No FCs remaining through the end. Tora being the one to hold on to it the longest. Unfortunately breaking just after 1,000 combo. Axer, after the mess up at the beginning, did hold really strong. 2100's 5 misses with the highest overall combo.
Not too much to worry though for the Czech Republic, as that was Argentina's own pick. And we will be going over to the Czech Republic's pick now to see how they respond. I'm honestly not too sure where the Czech Republic will aim to kind of take their picks from. They did ban DT2, so I don't imagine they're going to be picking Nomad 3.
Yeah.
But other than that, none of the maps
later. To get to these later pools, these speed maps start to get really fast.
Sure.
I mean, I say later pools, this is the second bracket round, but...
Getting a bit ahead of yourself.
Am I, though? These pools kind of scale hard.
True. Quite a significant increase compared to last week.
Fremod 3 Fusion will be their selection.
Going for the streams.
Fairly long map too, 3 minutes 11 seconds. OD6, so 8.4 if any of our players decide to play with Hard Rock.
Yeah, it's a fairly consistently based mod, so mods are very accessible on it, but you still need to be good at those mods for it to be worth it. I'm personally imagining Axer will definitely be on Hidden, and Doodle probably Hidden Hard Rock, I would assume. Salomon probably on Hidden, if I'm thinking of them as the right player. They play a ton of Hidden, so... And... Oh... Looks like Salomon might be switching out, or actually... We have It's Maro coming in.
Perhaps he could play Hidden, but perhaps Maro can play Hidden Hard Rock.
True. Yeah, unfortunately I just don't know the Czech Republic players well enough to kind of predict where they're gonna go.
I can't remember terribly much of their match against Germany. I just remember basically all of the maps were close, which is scary for a 3 versus 30 match.
Yeah. Let's see. In the match against Germany, they ended up playing Nomad 1, both of the Hiddens, and Fremod 1 and Fremod 3.
Oh, Salomon's back in.
Oh.
Placing Hora on the bottom side. Argentina's still staying with the same 2 players, it seems.
Alright, hopefully we'll be getting into the map soon.
Yeah, these free mod maps always take a little bit longer to get into with both player substitutions as well as picking the mods they want to play with. But should be getting in just a few seconds. Salomon saying YOLO time. Perhaps what we will be seeing Salomon on Hidden Hard Rock.
Yeah, that would be pretty good actually. Potentially feeling the pressure to match up to Argentina's mod combinations to not allow them to have that mod advantage. However, as we have already seen this weekend, even on this map itself, sometimes playing safer can actually work.
Yeah, generally when you have to ask yourself, do I do 2 mods? The answer is probably no.
but it could work out. And in this case, Salmon has actually decided to go with the hidden hard rock. It's Maro on the hidden, along with Axer, and Doodle also matching Salmon on the hidden hard rock.
If only
So
Salmon stayed on the top side of the screen, it would be easier to look at.
Purposefully ruining everything.
Salmon is the first to drop accuracy, but just a few at the beginning is not that big of a deal. Especially in such a long map like this. Doodle picking up 100 as well as Axer.
Yeah, so despite it's Maro still holding the double S, the lead is over in Argentina's favor still. Just the overall accuracy difference is higher.
Getting back into the faster bits. Ooh, Salmon picking up some fair amount of misses. Dropping below 98.5. More misses as well.
It's going to give Argentina a pretty decent lead here. And they're going to see those misses as the scoreboard pops up in this break.
30,000 point lead now.
With more misses from Salmon, that lead is only going to keep increasing.
Halfway through the map now.
Salmon just struggling a bit too much to kind of keep up with the hidden hard rock. Both It's Maro and Axer are hidden players, both on very, very high accuracy. It's Maro being the highest accuracy in the lobby with 99.75 now. And Doodle on the hidden hard rock still in the FC, above 99%.
Next Ki. Axer finding some misses, but still about 120,000 points ahead, so one miss from Argentina won't mean much.
With further drops from Salomon, and oh, it's Maro dropping the full combo now. I don't think there's
Doodle
much
missing
chance
some.
for... Oh, everyone's missing here except Axer. But with everyone dropping the full combos, yeah, this is pretty comfortably a win for Argentina. Unless we see a DC.
Even if we see a DC, I think it's still going to be in favor of Argentina. And by 222,000 points, that is a break point for Argentina. As we said at the start of this map, if you have to question whether you go one mod or two, the answer is almost never two. Because sometimes you just can't.
Doodle admitting to sight reading this with an one misplay, very high accuracy, so that's very impressive.
Mero only with 8 100s, 4 misses.
Yeah, I just saw that before the scores disappeared.
I think it was one or two more misses than Axer got, but with less than half the 100s.
Yeah.
But the hidden hard rock play from Salomon really, really hurt the Czech Republic's chance.
As Axer says, it was a risky move, but a very respectful one.
Did this song just use the Steam notification sample? I'm pretty sure it just did.
I can't say I noticed, but I wouldn't be surprised.
Considering I do not have a Steam notification, I'm going to assume it did.
Yeah, I don't have Steam open either, so... Anyway, we're going back to Argentina's pick? Yes, Argentina's pick. Very open board still to choose from, and the match is their oyster so far.
For sure. Fortunately, we don't have Namad 4 to play around with.
I have a feeling they may avoid hidden because because as we've just seen, Itzmaro did very good on hidden for the Czech Republic, and clearly Salomon can play hidden too, going with the hidden hard rock. So perhaps they're gonna not pick those and wait for the Czech Republic to pick the hidden maps.
Alright, well, I'm not exactly sure what just happened. I think perhaps Doodle was having some connection issues, but we do finally have Hard Rock 2 Good Rage being the selection.
Going for the speedy hard rock at 222 BPM. This map's patching is definitely much more on the simple side. A couple of streams, and the map is littered with finishers, which are very important to hitting properly for your total score. So that could potentially make the difference if all the players FC. The OD is 8.4, is that correct?
Yes.
So, yeah.
222 BPM is the more scary part. The OD isn't terrible.
Accuracy is going to be a bit of a factor here, though, I think.
For sure. Always is on a hard rock, especially the speedier ones.
Alright, we didn't see the Czech Republic play any hard rock last week. So, this is our chance to see what they can do and hopefully surprise us.
They might have ended, if I remember correctly.
That is not a good sign.
But that might have also been because they were against Germany, and Germany is a very, very strong mod team.
Absolutely. I'd be terrified as well. We actually have a swap in on Argentina's side. Axer swapping it for Ingrid.
Ingrid is a pretty solid hard rock player. Seen her on mini leaderboard.
Yeah, definitely seems like a sensible swap.
We've been here long enough that the song has looped. Let's go. But here we go, into the map itself.
This is the reason
to hear it one more time.
This is the reason warm-ups got removed.
Really is, unfortunately. Just pick faster. Ooh.
Oh, okay.
Argentina does not like the beginning of this map, apparently.
Everyone just seems to have had struggles on the beginnings of maps all this weekend. Either dropping accuracy or even finding misses.
Ooh, Maro finding a miss, though.
Perhaps
start bringing the lead a lot closer.
Because you wouldn't have the full combo nerves.
No FCs remaining this quickly into the map.
Yeah, and the accuracy difference giving Argentina a really big lead here.
More misses coming in from Salomon. As we get later into the tournament, these hard rock speed maps do start to come down to, can you read it? And if you can't, you kind of just lose.
Yeah. Even now we're getting to a stage where, 222 rather, isn't exactly the easiest to read. If you're not comfortable too much with hard rock, then this map is already kind of difficult for you in reading. It's really going to affect your accuracy and makes it so much easier to misread the pattern and just gather a chain of misses.
Yeah, I know whenever I'm playing higher BPM hard rock that I'm not comfortable with, it basically does just come a reaction time on every note, and it's very easy to mess up.
But as we come towards the end of this map, Argentina are absolutely running away with this lead.
250,000 it seems.
Both of the players holding really, really great accuracy. Doodle, despite the early misses, recovering to over 99.5.
Yeah, and both Argentinian players, I believe, only with the misses at the very beginning.
It's
Three
Maro.
100s, 3 misses from Doodle.
It's Maro also having a very impressive accuracy considering they also had 8 misses.
Yeah. 8 misses, but 19 100s compared to Ingrid's 23. But those misses really start to rack up, especially if they're not all in one spot and they kind of scattered throughout. Salomon had the wrong resolution. That does in fact happen.
Yeah,
It can be
harsh.
deadly. To anyone out there who plays Hard Rock on 4-3, I don't know how you do it.
Yeah,
I really don't.
It's not real. They're dangerous people, and I do not wish to associate with them.
I don't know if I'd go that far.
Maybe.
Depends on who they are.
You know, it's like if there's also a long list of like other reasons why they could be like a dangerous individual I don't want to interact with, and like at the bottom of that list I see that they're like a 4x3 hard rock player, like that's like the icing on the cake, you know, it's like, right? Yeah, can't interact with this person anymore.
Kung Fu Chevre being the next pick from the Czech Republic.
Yeah,
Our
I guess
nifty hidden map.
I somewhat expected this. This is a very funky, all over the place and snapping and patterning kind of map, but very, very good.
Yeah. Igor songs. Everybody
The map
strap
is,
in, get your food, get your drinks, because we're gonna be here for a while.
fortunately, the 4-minute length time is a bit of a lie, as there is a very long intro to the map.
Yay.
It's still very long though. 100% on this map with all of its crazy mixed snappings and not even being able to see the notes for half of the time is very impressive. At 1,027,000.
Doodle as well, getting the same amount of non-300s. I could have just said the same amount of 300s as Xer, but with 4 misses instead of 4 extra 100s.
And noticing there quickly, its Maro actually had the least amount of 100s.
Oh.
Similarly, what map was it? I think it was Free Mod 3. Its Maro was also the player to have the least 100s.
Correct.
So this now puts Argentina in a really great spot. So they are now at match point. I'm just forgetting everything today. Match point. And they only need to win one more map to take the victory and continue on through the losers bracket. And also being in this situation forces them to at least have to play tiebreaker if the Czech Republic are going to want to win.
Nomad 2 being the next selection from the Czech Republic. Fiend Dem.
I'm going for something very technical here, which is quite risky, but it could pay off. This is going to have to be the first of 4 maps that Czech Republic are going to need to win in a row to get to the tiebreaker.
Or we've been lied to. I don't know why my mind said the Czech Republic had the next pick. They didn't.
Oh.
It's Argentina's pick. And they picked Hard Rock 1, Illusional Flashback, the other nifty map.
This is also just like the other tech map, so... It's just tech, but with Hard Rock, so it's even more painful.
Or easier, depending on who you are.
By
who you are, I mean depends on the SV. I've definitely found some tech maps easier with Hard Rock, and then some are very much harder.
No, this one's harder. I wonder if we're going to be seeing any roster changes here, as we did have Ingrid play the other Hard Rock for Argentina. So far it does look like Axer is staying in though.
Yeah. I mean, X are certainly not a terrible Hard Rock player. Perhaps might just be better at the slower map compared to the faster map that Ingrid played.
Potentially, yeah.
Or... Oh! We have Trivite coming in place of Axer. Really have been psyched.
Alright, well, hopefully now the players are... Okay, another roll
For
in
accuracy.
this match. Got
And
4.
it's a 4.
So we've had 2, 5, and 4.
The rolls added, if you add all the rolls done in this match together right now, you get 11.
It's absolutely horrific.
But here we go.
Cursed rolling.
They're just very accurate on the timer.
Oh my god, they're all SSing. What the heck? They're all so
Nope.
good. No, okay, never mind. They're all so bad.
Except Doodle. Doodle is not bad. Also,
yeah.
they're not
Doodle
bad.
Amazing.
Oh, but Doodle is the first to miss.
Oh no. It's not looking like the greatest start for Argentina. The Czech Republic has the lead. Salomon does match that miss though.
Doodle gets another one though. Mero and Doodle trading. One miss from Doodle. Traded back with Mero. Salomon getting a miss though.
We only have one full combo left, and that's actually helping Argentina keep the lead here.
It's the bottom right corner buff.
Is that a real thing?
I mean, that's the only slot where the other FC has happened.
Oh, very true.
Map is not very long, only a minute 55. We're already halfway through.
Alright, getting up to the faster sections now.
Doodle.
Oh, Doodle with a miss though. The lead is trying to pull its way over to the Czech Republic, but Argentina are still managing to hold it. They still need to keep their full combo, that's what's keeping them in the lead here right now.
No, but Mero missing just before the end. That does indeed doom the Czech Republic. Argentina winning this match 5-0, with the second FC of the match being once again in the bottom right corner, but this time from Atrivite.
The
33-100.
the bottom right buff. It's real.
It's real. So that does mean Argentina will be moving forward in the lower bracket. Well, unfortunately, the Czech Republic's stay in TWC has come to an end.
It's always very sad to say goodbye to teams, but it's been very exciting to see the Czech Republic be able to form a team this year, and would absolutely love to see them come back next year.
For sure.
Maybe they'll be able to come back and get the revenge on Argentina, and perhaps even Germany. We'll see.
That'd be one heck of an arc, wouldn't it? Come back next year to take down the previous third-seeded team. Okay, so our next match we have for you will be Costa Rica versus Turkey, coming in about 19 minutes from now. Still have the same casters, so we'll see you then.
You can't get rid of us.
We are eternal until we are not. So until then, cheers.
drop it.
Greetings, user. Neural link established. Ready for takeoff.
よりも気になるですね。
Alright, hello everyone and welcome back to the Taiko World Cup 2022 round of 16. This stream is going to be featuring Costa Rica versus Turkey. Two very interesting teams here, as they're not full rosters. We have Costa Rica only featuring three players, with Turkey having 5. I am Teasel, once again, joined by Dryodex.
Yo, what up?
Alright, cool. So this is another losers bracket match, and so we will be saying goodbye to one of these teams yet again. And looking at the chat, I'm finally seeing something that I want to see. Good rolls. We have a 95 from Costa Rica and a 97 from Turkey.
Well, that's quite different than what we got last time. Instead of a 5 and a 2, we have a 95 and a 97. If you add those numbers together, you almost exactly get 200. You get 201.
That is crazy.
Not 201, sorry, 199. I can't math.
Anyway, so with that, Costa Rica will be banning first. Not sure where we're gonna see the bans. Okay, you know, I was about to go and say, never mind. Turkey are very good at hidden. So, therefore,
True.
Costa Rica banning hidden 1.
We saw that map in the last match. Certainly quite difficult if you're not terribly comfortable with hidden.
Not too sure where Turkey may go though. Potentially just ban one of their weaknesses rather than one of Costa Rica's potential strengths.
Yeah. Generally, I feel that's where I normally lead with my personal bans. I normally like to ban what I'm bad at than what the other person's good at.
Mm-hmm.
But also, those generally tend to be one and the same, because I literally cannot play double time in the slightest.
Yeah, double time is a bit silly. But both of them are going to be staying open this time, and we're seeing no mod 4 ban.
Unlucky.
Seems like teams aren't too much of a fan of the more gimmicky style map there.
Joke's on them, it's just gonna get harder.
They can't avoid it completely. Looking back at both of these teams' matches from last week, Turkey had a really great time actually, scoring 3 points if I remember correctly off of Australia, which were a very decently highly seeded team. Costa Rica unfortunately getting matched up against the US and getting fully swept. So hopefully Costa Rica will be able to potentially take a couple of points off of Turkey and show us what they're really capable of.
Normally, I try to pronounce these song names. You're not getting this one out of me. Normally, I at least try. I'm not trying for this one.
It's the funny Nightcore Taylor Swift song.
Believe it or not, that these songs are, I guess, more common than you would think. Like, just like American pop songs being Nightcoreified and then putting some, like, I don't want to say breakcore, but that kind of stuff over it.
Very intense.
I think matchcore is the term I'm looking for.
Probably.
That kind of stuff. I mean, to be fair, I guess it is. I guess I'd say I'd see them at just a little bit of a less frequency than I'd see it with like Japanese songs. So I guess it's not that weird when you think about it. But it is always weird to hear a song that you've heard not like that, and then be put into a Mashcore song.
Yeah, I believe when I first heard this map, my initial thought was this mapper always maps songs that are at frequencies only dogs can hear.
That is that. It's a
yeah.
Xavier moment.
Yeah, pretty much. Okay, seems like the players are taking a bit of time to get readied up. So while we have that slight bit of downtime, we're going to sell out the banners. Take it away.
5 banners. They're cool. They help you. They help you represent your country,
Or the country of your choice. You're
or the country of your choice. That is also
You're not
true.
limited. You can choose any of the 32 countries that made it through the qualifier stage.
Hey, you can go show your support for Costa Rica or Turkey right now for the low price of, I think, $5.
Yeah, that money immediately translates into power and support for the country. So whichever team you want to win, go spend all of your money. Banners, even though you can only buy one. Oh wait, what? Never mind.
Anyways,
Alright.
Now that we've gotten into the map,
Alright, Turkey taking the lead so far, pretty much entirely through accuracy. Hotman struggling a wee bit, falling down to 97s in accuracy. Every other player staying in the high 99s though.
some of these finishers can give some people a bit of trouble. Nice little mono. Ooh, Neural G actually finding a miss. The hot man trades it back.
Though.
That is also kind of long, by the way. 3 minutes 22 seconds.
Oh,
Costa Rica players missing. Only 1 FC remaining now.
yeah, Bruco's still with the 99.85 and climbing. Hallman just really struggling to keep up with this speed.
Yep. That 1.6 can be quite difficult to hit at this speed.
At 260 BPM for 3 minutes straight, it's very draining in stamina.
Thank you, tournament client.
Love you.
The blessing.
I was gonna say, finally, our ears have been cleansed by going back to the song, but I don't think that's the case here.
If you told me that was part of the song, I would have believed you.
Alright, 2/3 of the way in, Turkey have an incredibly strong lead of over 100,000 points.
Fruga's score is kind of nuts.
Yep, now reaching 99.9. Still holding that full combo.
Neural
as well.
finding a lot of misses, but still a 100,000 point lead for Turkey.
Yeah, we're gonna have to see some catastrophic drops or potentially even a DC at this point. But I don't think that's going to be happening based off of how these players have performed so far. There is significantly increased SV at the end of the map, which may catch out some of the players, but I still don't think it's going to make a big enough difference. And everyone hit it.
Somehow. And that will be an extremely impressive FC from Furuko. 5 100s. We also playing quite well. Just 10 100s, but with one miss, unfortunately. Still, 980k on a speed map like this is nothing to scoff at.
Absolutely. Hotman struggling a little bit more here, picking up quite a few more misses throughout the map, but not too much to worry because that was actually Turkey's pick, and Costa Rica now have the opportunity to fire back with their own map that they will have a score lead of over 100,000 on.
For sure. It can get a bit difficult when it starts getting to some of the more difficult pools for teams with fewer amount of players, because if you ever played a rhythm game, you know that sometimes you just get a mental block. And if one of your players on a team like Costa Rica happens to get a mental block on a song, that leaves now only the other two players who have to play it. And that's disregarding skill sets as well. That's just assuming everybody can play everything. So
yeah, having more players is definitely a huge benefit. But it's not everything. We've seen some incredible teams in the past with only 2 or 3 players
for sure
making like significant contributions to the team and getting very far. So it's not the be all and end all.
100%, yeah. But when you start getting more out there picks in terms of just random things, it can definitely be difficult for some people who can get caught off guard. Hidden 2. Burnt Rice will be the selection from Costa Rica.
Interesting option considering they banned Hidden 1. However, this is... The majority of the map is very simple snapping, very simple patterns, but we do have that gimmicky section near the end that is very difficult, especially kind of sight reading or not putting enough practice into it. So they are potentially hoping here that they can full combo at the end and Turkey picks up some misses.
Yeah, not a terrible strategy. You have Solo coming in for Turkey.
Yeah, the roster change here. Yeah, I believe Neurology doesn't play Hidden at all, so I could be wrong though. Don't want to spread misinformation actually, let me check. Okay, yeah, looking at their top plays, it's entirely Hard Rock and Double Time.
Alright, RNG time being Hotman's declaration.
Well, so far looks like the RNG of both of the teams has been very strong, comparing back to their roles, so...
For the people wondering about the other match currently going on between Germany and France, France is currently leading 2-0, with them picking up a break point on Nomad 4 by just 19,500 points.
Oh wow. Yeah, just to say, that match is actually being streamed on the French version of Osu Live, Osu Live FR, standing for French. So you can actually watch that. The commentary is in French, but you can still understand what's going on just by what you see on the screen. So you're totally happy to go watch that match as well. We're bringing focus back to this one. Yeah, we have some early misses already.
Oh, Hotman finding some misses though. 95 accuracy. Wait, the Furuko misses were a client error, it seems. Thank you, client.
Can we just have one match where the client doesn't do something unwanted? Alright, getting into these cut SV streams, everyone missing actually. Looks like the players all aren't so confident on this pick after all. But Turkey's still out on the lead. Although that lead is shrinking.
Yeah. Scola picking up a lot of 100s, bringing it much closer.
Yeah, with this map being so short, we're at the end already.
Oh.
Coming to the
Farouk actually finding some misses. Pushing the lead over to Costa Rica for now.
If Costa Rica can hold this,
But Pui misses! One miss from Hotman as well.
does that count as a curse? I think that does.
And just as the end comes in, as you said, with this SV, doesn't look like it's enough for Costa Rica to be able to maintain their lead. That will be a break point for Turkey.
Unfortunately, Costa Rica just couldn't hold on there at the end. And Turkey were able to take back the point.
Peruko with the low AC SS, kind of.
We not far behind with the 1/107 miss.
Yeah, very impressive scores from both those players, but unfortunately the end just got the best of both Costa Rican players.
Slow SV with funny speed notes is very difficult with hidden.
Yeah.
Great effort from all the players there though. This makes a great breakpoint for Turkey though, and they're going to be looking to turn their lead to a 3-0 with their next pick.
DT2. Lobby Circuit will be the selection from Turkey.
Well, no mod 3 speed worked for them, so
Yeah.
DT2 speed should also theoretically work for them. Seems like a very reasonable pick.
Appears we do have Neural coming back for Turkey. Song does kind of go hard. We stand Tanjiki.
For sure. More of the players talk about Nightcore. Please don't say you're playing with Nightcore. I hate Nightcore so much. No, we hate the core. I think it is actually against tournament rules to play with Nightcore though, for some reason. I know some tournaments
It probably messes with client.
maybe. I know some tournaments as of recent have been making it so that the role winner gets to choose if the double time picks are played with double time or Nightcore, which is quite interesting, I guess. It's a extra victory for winning the role.
But here we go into the double time pick.
Turkey
Or at least three of
already
us.
cheating with their
There we go.
927 bonus score. 927,000 bonus score, rather.
Alright, it appears that that miss at the very beginning from Fruko was real, and not just lag. A lot of players struggling with accuracy, but Hotman being the first to miss. Outside of Fruko's miss on the second note, of course.
Yeah, some of these patterns are quite tricky actually. Hotman still struggling with that accuracy though. The rest of the players roughly hovering around the same area. Neural G actually being the player in the lead with score though.
Yeah, OD6 on DT can start to get a bit difficult. Anything higher gets real rough. Oh man, not having the best of times on this map.
Yeah, Turkey with an incredibly strong lead here. Over 200,000 points. And building up to the final KI, I don't really foresee Costa Rica being able to catch up.
Yeah.
By the looks of it, Neural G has actually dropped quite a lot of back. Still holding that full combo though.
Neural does find a miss at the very end on one of the 5 Dawn patterns, but when you're this far ahead, one miss isn't the biggest deal.
Yeah, score is not in danger of switching around at all. And Furuko finding a miss right at the end as well, leaving Pui
Bookmarking.
as the sole full comboer.
34-100 as well. So, honestly, only 2,000 points behind Furuko, with Furuko getting the miss at the beginning and the end.
Very, very strong score there, indeed.
Yep. 3-0 now, heading over to Costa Rica's pick. Meanwhile, on the other match, France just lost their own pick of Fremod 3, setting it 2-1 for Germany. They lost by 4,200 points.
It seems like a very exciting match is going on there as well. Both teams have practiced a lot for it. It's the European showdown. Alright, so what stage are we at now? We're at 3-0 for Turkey, and we're going back to Costa Rica's pick. Costa Rica did pretty good on the hidden map, just unfortunately losing the lead right at the end. However, I'm not too sure what map they could move on to next. The free mods here are very dangerous because Furuko can and will hit harder up.
Yeah.
So I think the best thing that they can do is just to pick the maps that they can do the best in and just kind of hope that Turkey can mess up.
No mod
But
1.
going for no mod 1 here is also a good idea. Since it's the more kind of consistency focused and accuracy map. If Turkey accidentally chokes or something and both Costa Rica players full combo, then that could result in a point there. And we have Skolo back in for Turkey again.
Okay, here we go. OD 7.5, so still quite difficult to act. Not as hard as GT2, but certainly not easy.
Yeah, that OD 7.5 is quite important just to ensure that there isn't any just SS battles, I guess. Helps to separate the teams out a bit more, but we have seen close calls in this one before, so... And so far, it's slightly in the lead for Costa Rica.
But only by about 1 or 2 100s. We are starting to get to some of the more difficult parts.
Yeah, the real parts of the map is when the 1-6 patterning comes in. And we have Hotman picking up the first miss. And switching the lead back over onto Turkey's side.
Skolo is struggling a little bit with accuracy, but not terribly much. About the same accuracy as Hotman. A bit higher now. But of course, without that miss.
Yeah, the other thing that's keeping Turkey in the lead is Furuko's double S.
Yeah. Another miss from Hotman.
Yeah, things are not looking too great for Costa Rica here. The lead is slowly pulling forward in favor for Turkey, but it's still within reasonable limits for Costa Rica to potentially take this back if Turkey has some big drops.
It's gonna need to be some real big drops. Furuko does drop SS.
Although only dropping one 100 is not going to make a significant difference to the score here.
Indeed it will not.
Hotman just struggling a bit more with the denser 1-6 sections. Pui with a very nice full combo, yeah, again, with 7 100s total.
Yeah.
And even
Just
Hotman's
one
accuracy.
100.
Even Hotman's accuracy was really good as well. Only 20 100s paired with those 12 misses. And pretty nice full combo from Skolo as well.
Yeah. Just that 1/100 from Furuko. Insane.
Alright, so this now puts Turkey into a match point situation. They are only 1 point away from winning, and no matter if Costa Rica is to win, tiebreaker is forced. So Turkey have the first pick here of the next potential 4 maps, and they have gone for Free Mod 3, which is probably very scary for Costa Rica. This map is quite accessible to modding, and we're definitely going to see 3 mods on the side of Turkey. So it just depends on, will Costa Rica decide to try and match those, or will they play a bit safer? Okay, looks like they're trying to match the odds. With Hotman saying "Go big or go home" in the chat.
I mean, yeah, sometimes when you're down really far, you can just send it.
Yeah, as you full send it and just kind of hope it works out.
Yep. Yeah, Hotman double S is here. Okay, here we go. Mod advantage is actually in favor of Costa Rica. Furuko only running hidden and Neural with hard rock.
Alright, so Turkey actually being the ones playing it safe here. That's interesting. I wouldn't have actually expected that. Especially after hyping up multiple times that Furuko would definitely be able to play Hidden Hard Rock.
Essentially what this means is that if Hotman and Furuko were to both FC, Hotman could get 2% accuracy lower, and he would have the same score as Furuko. So as long as Hotman remains above 98% accuracy, his score is theoretically untouchable. But he does find a miss.
Yeah, Costa Rica essentially have an extra 60,000 score to work with here. Although, so far, Turkey are ever so slightly in the lead.
Very slight lead in favor of Turkey right now, but it is switching over to Costa Rica.
Just that mod advantage really helping out there. The real big change is gonna occur when the streams come along.
Yeah. Furuko's still SSing, by the way. Man finds a few misses, gets back on.
Score is still very, very close though. Only about 3,000 points between the teams.
Man finding a lot of misses in this section though.
Yeah, the streams can be quite difficult to read with both Hidden Hard Rock.
Furuko did drop SS, but only 1/100 it seems.
The Furuko special. Oh no, that's one missing. Alright, with not too long left of the map to go, Turkey's looking pretty comfortable here. They're both still full comboing with very high accuracies, and they have a very comfortable lead of around 80,000 points, which is only increasing as Hotman picks up a couple more misses on these final streams.
Sometimes when you're down, you just need to try to send it for a final Hail Mary pick. But unfortunately, Costa Rica could not find it.
Neural G finding a miss on the final spinner.
Let's go. So that will be a 5-0 victory for Turkey, allowing them to advance through the lower bracket. While this will unfortunately be the final time we'll be seeing Costa Rica in this tournament.
Costa Rica picking up a really great performance, dishing out really wonderful scores. But Turkey are just such a formidable opponent, especially in these like lower stages, just because of how strong their players are. So we will be looking forward to seeing them next week. But once again, very well played to Costa Rica, and we really hope that we can see you again next year.
So I believe we will be switching over to the France versus Germany match for at least a little bit before it. Is currently 3-2 as of right now.
Alright, cool. So we'll have English coverage of the match as well.
3-2 in Germany's favor, by the way. Forgot to say that part.
Okay, so France got a really good start, and Germany now clawing their way back, getting 3 points in a row. Just taking a quick look here. France winning no mod 2, the tech pick, as well as No Mod 4, which is more the gimmicky map. And then Germany winning by 4,200 points on Free Mod 3, which is the map that we just saw of Costa Rica versus Turkey. They've also played Germany beating France by over 100k points on one of the double time maps, and I think it's double time 1, and also Germany beating France by 78k on Hard Rock 1.
Okay, here we go. We're in. And as we come in, we do see Raunchy finding a miss. This is for mod 2.
Yeah, it looks like Germany have an incredibly strong lead here, coming into the end.
Yeah, Germany is not a team to really mess around with free mod. They have so many good players when it comes to mods.
The client is messing up a bit because we joined into the match at the end, so technically none of the players were in passing HP, but all the players passed. Don't worry. That was Germany's point.
You know, 100, what not 100, 1,119,000 points on a free mod. Kinda nuts. It is breakpoint now. Not breakpoint, sorry. Match point for Germany, but it is France's pick. France's final pick, actually.
Yeah, not too much left the board left open, and deciding to go for hidden 2. Potentially the last map of the match.
France wants to continue forward. They do need to win this map. It's the only one they can pick, so the route for France winning this match, they get to start with the easy part first.
Okay, yeah, we have Kolf switching in, and looks like Germany are deciding to stick with what they've got.
Makes sense. Mew is certainly a very, very strong lower SV hidden player.
And Minakuchi can just kind of play everything. Minekuchi, rather. That's how the name is pronounced.
I guess like the only thing you could really be surprised about is perhaps not seeing Martin in for Germany, but
very true.
These two M players on the side of Germany still very strong in their own right.
Yeah, I believe this was France's pick, though. Correct. So clearly they should be very confident on it, and know that Germany will also be very good at it. As we said with the previous match, honestly, it can just come down to the ending and the gimmicky sort of section.
Okay, looks like we're going. The client does not want us to go, still having our bottom left player on free mod 2.
Alright, a very early lead for France. But the intro is probably the least important part of the map here.
For sure.
Although at the same time, this is a very, very short map. So all these 100s here and there will make the difference potentially if all the players full combo. You're getting into the cut SV streams and everyone's still looking very comfortable. We still actually have Mew double S-ing. The score difference is purely coming down to Mankuchi's accuracy just being a bit lower than both of those in France's side.
We are getting to the end now.
Everyone's hitting it so far.
And France does hold on, winning by 8,600 points. The double S from Mew.
I believe that's the
Not
first time
being
we've seen 4 full combos on this.
I would certainly believe it. FCing this map is kind of nuts. France both getting 100 on this map, but
that was a
Manikuchi-
really, really great pick from France there. They definitely knew what they were doing and getting into, and they delivered. So we're now actually at the section, or in the situation now, where if France wins the next pick, we go to tiebreaker, and if Germany win, then they take home the victory here, and move on through the winners bracket.
Yeah, but it's Germany's pick, so it's not the easiest for France.
It's going to be a very important pick for Germany to make, and thankfully for them, they are the ones in control of making this pick.
We don't have much left to pick anyway. We have 2 no mods, a DT, and a free mod. And DT the second will be their selection.
Yeah, Nomod 1 and Nomod 3 are probably just a bit too RNG in terms of this like ACK battle for both of these teams. So makes more sense to go for the DT here. And we do see some roster changes. We have FRZ coming in for Germany, and looks like we will be having Akitai coming in for France.
And the Ahmed coming back for France as well. Saw a little bit of him right as we started watching this match. Yes, he did play free mod too. Okay, here we go. The final pick of the match. Will we get tiebreaker? if France gets a break point, or will Germany take home their final pick and end this match 5-3?
Everyone picking up quite a few accuracy drops already. Intro.
Yeah. As we said, it is OD6 with DT, so it's not necessarily that easy.
Yeah, I think at that point you're already pushing up to around OD10.
Very slight lead for Germany as of right now. Akitai picking up a lot of 100s in the slower section.
Alright, Germany slowly building up a good lead here. Still very restricted though. France are putting on an absolutely amazing performance as well.
Uh, 40,000 points or so lead for Germany. Just about 2/3 of the way through the map.
A miss could change everything though. Building up to the final Ki, everyone's still looking very, very strong. Both players on the side of Germany holding above 99 accuracy.
Still a fair bit of the map left, but
yeah, the density really, really harsh in this section. But everyone is still full comboing.
and as we do come to the end of that match, even though it's a 4-way FC, that is Germany taking home the victory in the end. 28-100 between the two of them. Unfortunately, no tiebreaker.
Absolutely incredible performance from both of these teams. These scores are could easily, even from France, the team that lost here, they could very easily have beaten many other teams. Especially remembering that Germany was the third-seeded team, and France managed to take 3 points off of them and be able to contest them fairly well in the others. Kind of puts forth a very scary prospect for France being the losers bracket for some of the teams that are also down there.
Yeah.
But a massive congratulations for Germany. They're going to be continuing on through the winners bracket and potentially dominating further teams yet to come.
Yep. France is not gone yet. They could still go quite far in the losers bracket, and after a performance like that, I expect they do.
Yeah, I fear for their upcoming opponents.
Yep. Our next match that we have will be Mexico versus Italy in about 2 hours. So we have some time.
Very similar flags, so hopefully things don't get too confusing.
Oh boy. Unfortunately, neither of us will be with you for that match. So I believe this is the last time either of us are on for the rest of the day.
Yes, yeah.
So
we will both be back tomorrow, though. But there is still plenty of matches throughout this entire weekend. So, yeah, definitely stick around, keep checking back, and buy banners.
woo. Alright, well, see you all later.